Okay, so pot pies. Today I'm going to do chicken pot pies. What I've done, I've taken the crusts from the freezer and I've shingled them on a sheet pan. And I'm going to set these aside for, it's going to be approximately a half an hour so that they will actually thaw out so that you can work with them. You will notice that there's two different sizes. So the larger one is for the bottom of the tin, and the top one is the top part of your pie. But it's really important that you let those thaw. If you do not, you try to work with them frozen, they will shatter. So while they're thawing out, I'm going to put together the mixture. And we have a new product that I'm real excited about that's going to come in, the pot pie filling from our soup company. And all we're going to have to do to this is just add our diced chicken to. So this is an 8-pound bag, and we're going to add 2 pounds of chicken that's been diced. And it's going to be about 1 inch dice on the chicken itself. And making sure that you use both white meat and dark meat. So with the chicken breast, what I do, I cut it in thirds. And they cut it in that's about almost 1 inch cube, like so. A little bit of the thigh meat that's left here. And I'm going to add that to the bowl. Just open up our soup mix here. It's not a soup mix, it's our pot pie mix. But it has the potatoes, carrots, beans already in the mixture itself. I'm just going to mix that together. And this has a lot cleaner ingredient label than what we were doing before. We've got fresh cream in it as well, so it's a very nice pot pie. Flavor-wise, it's almost identical. It's actually a little bit better than what we were doing. Okay, so you're going to work on the crust, so making sure that you're going to use the bottom. I flip it over in my hand, pull the paper off, and then I'm going to flip it back over and put it on to the tin itself. As these set and thaw, you can see there's moisture and a little bit of grease on here. So if you don't do that flip, it's going to stick, because what you do is you're going to take another tin, push that down into the crust, run your finger around it so we get a nice even fit. And I'm going to do at least 12. Work smart, you know, if you're able to do 24 at a time on your table, it makes a lot more sense to do it all at once versus one at a time. Alright, so the next step is to fill them. So you're going to place your filled shell on your scale, tare it, and it's going to get 10 ounces of filling, which is about, it's a really nice heaping 1 cup full. See, right there, so that's 10 ounces. Okay, so I've got them filled. The next I'm going to do is the tops. So the 3 different varieties of pies we make, they all have a different cut on the top. The chicken has a circle that's cut, and I'm going to just use the bottom of our star tip that we use for twice baked potatoes. So I'm just going to cut it out, and I'm going to actually remove it and kind of tap it onto the side. It gives that nice little three-dimension look to it once they're baked. So the next step is we're going to put the tops to onto the bottoms and seal them up. So you need to make sure that you have a spray bottle for this process, and you are liberally spraying the crusts. I usually do not do more than 4 at a time because the crust will absorb the water. By the time you get to it, it's going to be dry. So then I'm going to take my crust and center it on top of the pie itself. Okay, and then everyone's technique is going to be a little bit different. That's what makes them homemade. But the way I personally do it is I take this excess edge and I fold it over, and as I'm folding it, I'm also squeezing it into the top so that we're forming a nice seal on that. I do that all the way around, and then I do the crimping part of it, and I use my 2 fingers. So I place my 2 fingers on the pie itself, and then my index finger, push it in, then I just move my finger over to the next spot and just work my way around the pie. Then we place 12 of them on the sheet pan, and then they go into the freezer, making sure that you're dating your pan. And then we're going to bake them from the frozen state because they perform much better. And you need to make sure that you are egg washing them. I have found actually that works the best is using one of these spray bottles filled with our liquid egg and just liberally spraying the tops of the pies. Keeping in mind though, every time that you empty that, you need to wash that spray bottle out. You just can't keep filling it over and over. You need to be diligent about cleaning the spray bottle out very, very well. And then they go into the oven. They're going to bake 30 to 45 minutes depending on the oven itself. You just want it nice and golden brown, and the top there is just going to start bubbling just a little bit. And then from the oven they go into the blast chiller, chill down to 41 degrees, and then you're ready to put them out for sale. The beef pie, the process is about the same because we do use the filling from Heritage Soups as well. Except for this step that you're doing, you don't cut it out. You actually put the top on without any cuts. Do the sealing and the crimping of the shell itself, and then take a pair of scissors, holding the scissors at an angle, and you make 3 cuts, 1, 2, 3, into it. And then the salmon pot pie uses a star cutter, so it would be the same process as using the circle. Okay, so these are ready to go in the freezer. Like I said, we want to bake them from the frozen state, so you just bring them out, egg wash them, bake them off approximately 30 to 45 minutes. You can see this nice golden brown that's around the edge. Beautiful looking pies. Chill them down to 41 degrees and they're ready to sell.